Hello, I'm Bill Wright, Bishop of Maitland-Newcastle. I want to talk with you today about the importance of all of us having a shared understanding of and commitment to the safeguarding of children and vulnerable adults. During the mid and later 20th century, a silent tragedy occurred. Across our society's institutions, a terrible number of children were the victims of child sexual abuse. Our own diocese was particularly affected. Abuse was committed by men associated with our diocese, both clergy, religious, and laity. Compounding the harm caused by these crimes was the abject failure of diocesan leadership to ensure that perpetrators were stopped and brought to justice. For the past 15 years or so, the diocese has gone through an excruciating public examination of its failures, and for the most part, the criticism levelled by media has been warranted. Many times in the past couple of years, I've said that the forensic examinations conducted into the diocese by both the Canine Special Commission and the Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse were extraordinarily confronting, entirely justified, and invaluable to our mission as Church. Thanks to the past 15 years, the diocese has had the opportunity to build a future with a comprehensive and transparent understanding of past failures and a multi-generational commitment to ensure that such failures do not recur. As part of this commitment, we will continue to acknowledge our past and endeavour to offer support services to promote healing to those who were affected by child sexual abuse. However, in this presentation, I want to concentrate on our future. As Bishop of Maitland-Newcastle, I and my entire leadership group are actively committed to fostering communities of safeguarding that recognise and uphold the dignity and rights of all children. As part of this commitment, we have established the Office of Safeguarding. It is the next logical evolution of Zimmerman Services, with an expanded mandate and increased resources to support us to establish and maintain the best possible levels of safeguarding across the diocese. We encourage open communication with families and communities being informed of relevant issues and participating in decisions about the safety of children. It is particularly important to us to look for avenues to empower children to have a say and to be listened to. We remain committed to understanding the causes and being aware of the signs of abuse and neglect. We will continue to train all relevant personnel to be confident in supporting children to make disclosures of abuse and neglect, and all diocesan personnel will continue to be trained and updated on how, where and when to report any current or historic concerns they have for children or vulnerable adults, in accordance with the diocese reporting policy. We will ensure that any complaints that warrant reporting to statutory authorities are referred in a timely manner. Allegations against diocesan personnel are responded to in accordance with the diocese investigations policy, and the diocese ensures that any statutory inquiries are actively supported and given priority over our diocesan processes. We will continue to have an open files protocol for law enforcement investigating allegations of abuse against children. We will continue to develop and improve our risk management systems for all diocesan activities that involve or affect children. Participation is encouraged across the diocese in identifying, discussing, and addressing areas open to improvement. We are committed to extending and developing the sophistication of our auditing and compliance regimes to ensure that our policies, procedures, and organisational structures promote a culture of safeguarding children and vulnerable adults as a vital expression of our Catholicism and a central tenet of professional practice. We are committed to implementing and maintaining compliance with the national principles for child-safe organisations and the national Catholic safeguarding standards. We will work with the New South Wales Office of the Children's Guardian to contribute to the development and then implementation of the New South Wales standards for safe organisations. Now I call upon each of you, every parishioner in our faith communities, every worker in our Catholic care and other community and family support services, every teacher in our schools, and every early educator in our St Nicholas centres, each cleric and religious conducting ministry among us. We must, each one of us, commit ourselves every day, individually and collectively, to safeguard each child and every vulnerable adult we interact with. As Bishop of Maitland-Newcastle, I expect you to place the safety, welfare and well-being of every child and vulnerable adult at the centre of everything you do in the name of our Church. Each one of us is responsible to ensure we are aware of the signs of abuse and we know how to report our concerns. Most importantly, I require every worker in the diocese to be prepared to call out the unsafe or abusive behaviour of our colleagues and workmates. The conduct we walk past without intervening is the conduct we have condoned. I leave you with words from Pope Francis, from his letter to the people of God on 20th of August 2018, where our Pontiff makes safeguarding a priority for the Universal Church. He says, "Looking ahead to the future, no effort must be spared to create a culture able to prevent such situations from happening, but also to prevent the possibility of their being covered up and perpetuated. The pain of the victims and their families is also our pain. And so it's urgent that we once more reaffirm our commitment to ensure the protection of minors and of vulnerable adults." Thank you.